Hello, I am just doing a very quick personal update and cleaning makeup brushes because I need something to do with my hands. I should probably just put these away while I'm doing this. Put it down, Jolie. Put it down, Jolie. Put it down. But is it clean? Yeah, I'll put that down. So, I'm about to leave on vacation tomorrow to the Great Lake of Tahoe. Not that Tahoe's one of the Great Lakes, but the Great Lakes. Whatever, you get it. You're smart. I would like to think that if you're here and you know me, you're smart. Yeah. I don't know. That sounded dumb of me. Anyway, so I wanted to put a few updates on here. If you are on my Facebook page, you know that it has been a crappy week and a half for pets. We've lost Kiki, who's my white mosaic female that we've had for almost 13 years. And yesterday morning, we had to put down our dog, Robbie, who was, we don't know exactly how old he was because he's a rescue. Basically, so the two pets, like way back months ago when I had that, like, the pets are not okay vlog, the pets that were not okay got better, and except now they're both dead. God, I come across so flippant when I talk about these things. Trust me, there were tears. Kiki was really hard. Robbie had some problems with his legs before, but he kind of perked back up, and yeah, sometimes he'd slide around, but he wasn't in pain, so, you know, we weren't going to be like, you fall down every so often, we're going to put you down. But the other night, Sunday night, he, we went to get him in from the backyard, and he was on the patio, and he just couldn't even stand up. And he tried to walk a little bit in the house, and basically his back legs, you know, it used to be just one. Now they're both just went, like they just stopped working, period. And he just wanted to lie by the bed. He refused food or water. He took a few treats, but he really just wanted to lie down and be by my husband, who's like, he's my husband's dog. He's Russell's dog. He always has been. He doesn't dislike me, but he is Russell's dog. That is his person, and that's fine. So he wanted to be by his person, and it just was real apparent by the end of the night that he was not going to be able to move and was not particularly interested, motivated. I think he knew it was his time, and he was settling in for that, and we didn't want him to suffer. So, you know, he couldn't go anywhere. My husband had to pick him up and carry him everywhere. And, you know, and he's not a little dog. He's not a huge dog. He's a shepherd corgi, which you would think would be a moose, but he's got more corgi than shepherd, so he can wee legs. I'll put some pictures on here of both him and the chinchilla. And so my husband took him in, and it was sad watching him carry it out like a little baby, practically. Oh, that was bad. You know, but he went quickly and painlessly, all the while being, you know, held and petted by Russ, which is probably, for him, the most peaceful and happy way for him to go. So we'll miss him. He's definitely was getting old. It's not terribly surprising. I'm glad he went downhill that fast so he didn't suffer. Yeah, my girls will definitely miss him. Maddie, he was Maddie's dog too. Maddie loved that dog. So they got to say goodbye to him in the morning. They came in. My kids are like, they're going to be the expert on dead pets, because we had in December, we had one Chilla go, and then we had the one just now, and then we had Robbie. And so it's kind of like, yeah, well, he's really old, and he's in pain, and he's going to, you know, so he's going to go to sleep and go to doggy heaven. And they're just like, okay, bye, Robbie. Pets. And it's like, oh my gosh, they're so, well, kids, it's black and white. There's no, like, at least for her, they're not terribly existential. So if you tell them that they're going somewhere else where they can act like, you know, younger dogs and be happy, they just believe you. And that's fine. For ages 5 and 2, that's fine. They don't need to be versed in the harsh realities of life. So anyway, yeah, so the Friday before that, it was Thursday night, I believe, like 7 o'clock, we have a box of treats. We shake it. All the chinchillas come running. So we fed the chinchillas. The girls fed the chinchillas. You know, it was around 7 p.m. So it was after dinner. They all came running. Everyone was happy. And then around 10, I was actually in the bath. And my husband comes up holding Kiki and going, this one wouldn't come for treats, and is letting me pick her up. And not wanting treats is, in my experience with chinchillas, once they don't want a treat, they're usually done. Like, because rodents hide their illness, but it was so fast because she was perky before. So what I think happened is, I think I talked in the other vlog, maybe I'll link it for you, so if you want to see that one, she'd had a seizure, and her coloring, the whites, the mosaics, and the violets, something genetic they're finding, they're more prone to seizures. And she'd had one out playing, so she basically got overstimulated, froze, the eyeballs got real big, and she just kind of shook. So I'd given her to my husband, she'd recovered, she was back to normal in like an hour. So, but yeah, he took her out, she was just kind of, you know, lethargic and not really responding that much. And she didn't really like... Hello? Okay, right. So I think what happened was, I think Kiki had a huge seizure, and I don't think she just wasn't able to recover from it. Like, her mind, her body still went on for like a day and a half, but her mind just was, by the time she was almost gone, like, she was no longer Kiki. Like, the Kiki we had, she's my diva girl. She had the really white, pretty fur, and don't touch it. Because she wasn't mean, she wouldn't bite, she wouldn't scratch. But it's like if you went to, because you know they like scritchies. Like, I think I've had them on there going, if you went to go stretch her, you could go like this, and she'd just take her paw and go, no. No. And then she'd just look at you. I'm telling you, this chinchilla, you'd be surprised how much personality these little animals have. Like, you can, even if you have a bunch that look similar, you can tell them apart. They just are who they are, just like people, I swear. But yeah, so she wasn't big on being held. She'd, you know, throw up fur, like they can loose fur to try and get out of the grip of someone. So she'd like throw fur. She hated being picked up. She used to get really ticked off anytime she had to go in a carrier for whatever reason. And, you know, but she was still friendly. She'd come for treats. Like I said, she wouldn't bite. We'd kind of tease her. She'd eat everything. The funniest thing, well, yeah, she was like a garbage can sometimes. We just learned not to offer her food because, like, other chinchillas, it's kind of funny if you, like, offer them, like, a piece of, like, chicken or like a French fry. It's like they get all excited because it's food. They're like food, 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 and then they sniff it. They go, and they just wipe their nose like, no, not food. They did eat rice the other day, which was kind of all right, but not Kiki. Kiki would take absolutely anything. She didn't care what it was and would eat it. The funniest example was when we had just got her, like we'd had her for a few months, and I let her sniff a glass of red wine thinking, oh, she's just totally going to be like, no, she dunked her face in it. I don't think she actually drank any of it, but she dunked her face in it. And so that was awesome. And her muzzle was all pink. So that happened. And yeah, so for her to just be picked up and held, you knew that there was a lot wrong. So the last 45 minutes or so, it's like, you know, we were letting her stay in her cage and stay with her cage mate and just be comfortable and not like harass her because, you know, she doesn't like being picked up. So as much as we would like to be coddling her, hello tweezers, that would not have been her preference. And, you know, try to respect them a little bit. So what then? So yeah, like after the last 45 minutes she was alive, she was completely unconscious. So I did just pick her up. And they start doing this really labored breathing, and they take these big breaths and then let it out. And like the very end, oh God, it killed me. Like every time she'd take one in, it was just her little body going out, but she'd make this little squeak noise. And my husband's just like, she's gone, you know she's gone. She's, you know, just, but I was not going to put her down. I held her and, you know, till she was totally gone. Like, they just do that last... Anyway, I don't know how graphic you want me to get on here, but, you know, until we knew she was totally gone, and then set her down, and, you know, she's been with us almost 13 years. Like, I think we got her in July 13 years ago. So, long time. But yeah, the other pets have been put on notice. No one else is to die this year. They're not allowed. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Otherwise, head on vacation tomorrow. I'm kind of terrified because those injections I had not only did not work, but they've put me in a lot more pain. And I went to the doctor today, and she's like, yeah, that's normal. They're just diagnostic. And then the second set, we put the medicine in, and I'm like, nobody told me this. Nobody. My mom has had a ton of these, and she's completely like, that's not how they do that. So, I don't know. They gave me pain pills, so that, I guess, will help, but that's really how you want to spend vacation, and it's like setting off my bladder conditions and all that, so in that respect, I am not a happy camper, but it is what it is, I guess. So, that was 10, 12, 13 plus minutes of no happy whatsoever, so I'm gonna leave it at that, and hopefully the next time I talk to you, it will be much less depressing. So we'll see you later. Bye. Hey, a quick add-on. I'm actually already on vacation in Tahoe. We've actually been here a few days. We're in Kings Beach, and we're back on the South Shore, right at State Line, like by the casinos, but we're on the California side. Anyway, I was hoping to get that other vlog up before I left, but it did not happen, and I had to come back and add on to it because I guess the rule of threes is the same with pets, because the morning we were going to leave, or we did leave, we had another chinchilla pass away. So that was Nikki. And Nikki was my Violet, who was born with the seizure disorder. So it's not, it wasn't expected in the way that we could see like a decline, but it's amazing she lived this long. She was 9. When we got her, she was 6 or 7 months old, I think. And I mean, we thought maybe she'd have a few years just because, you know, she had multiple seizures every single day. But, excuse me, yeah, she lived 9 years. But she pretty much, and it's weird because the last couple of weeks she's been a lot more active. Like, she, you know, she lives in a small cage. Chinchillas usually have really big cages. Her cage is maybe that by that. You can't even see my hand. It's like maybe a foot, like 2 feet by like a foot, foot and a half tall. Because when we first got her, we put her in a regular cage and she'd have a seizure. Or what she'd do is she liked to jump and climb like a regular chinchilla. And she'd jump to the corner of the cage and like hold on like spider chin style. They do that. I should get a video of that someday. And then she'd seize and fall flat on her back. So that was not safe. So for the most of her life, she just hung out in her cage and she'd eat and she'd beg for treats and she'd sleep in her box. And, you know, she was mostly happy. Fat and happy. Like, I mean, hey, you know, she wasn't in pain, so it was a good life. And yay. So, yeah, she'd been acting extra active. Like, she'd beg for treats and she'd jump on top of her box. And she's never on top of her box. I have a video I filmed of her because I was like, the heck are you doing up there? You're just going to have a seizure. But, yeah, so that was pet number 3. So in a week and a half, we lost 2 chinchillas and a dog. So that sucked. It's kind of weird because I feel like, I don't know if I already talked about this. I feel like I should be more upset than I am. I guess at least 2 of them sort of not surprising, but still, I think there's just so much running around getting ready for end of the year stuff with school and like vacation and all that. And yeah, that I have not processed it at all. It'll be sad coming home to, I mean, it's literally half our pets. We have 3, one of which Eva was supposed to go back to the rescue because she didn't get along with any of my other chinchillas, but now she might get to stay. So silver lining, I guess, because she's a sweetheart, but she's old, and I don't think she's terribly adoptable, so there's that. Okay, I may have already told you some of this already. I'll have to go through, because I can't remember what I talked about, like, 5 days ago, because I just can't. Yeah, so that's what's going on with them. Sorry this is such a bummer of a video. Hopefully the next one will be more fun with, like, vacation stuff and whatever. Anyway, so I will talk to you soon. And why do I always have to do something weird at the end? All right, bye.
Because I'm insane. No, I have not one but 2 chinchillas out. This is Mr. Tallulah, Mr. Thule, as you may know. Hi. Hi. And this is Kiki, who hates me and wants to escape. No, she really doesn't. She's a sweetheart. She's like, no, no, no. Stop touching me. See, she won't even have scritchies. This is why she's never on camera. She's a very sweet girl. She doesn't bite me. But she's not so into the petting and the touching. Oh, kisses! Kisses! So, yeah. Our joke is that don't you dare! No. Our joke is that she's so darn pretty, she doesn't want us to muss her fur. Like, you can tell he's been out with the kids recently because he really needs a dust bath. But this one is pristine. Can I get you to sit here? Can I get you? So this is Miss Nikki, my lovely little Violet, who also has a pretty nasty seizure disorder. And after, 9 years of her life, has decided she likes to climb up on her box. Easy girl. She has these seizures constantly. She's not in pain, but she just, any stimulation at all, and she freaks out. But lately she's been trying to get my attention by sitting up here. Hi. Hi. You come up? Like, I don't think she's realized that this box had a top for the last 9 years. And now she's here, like, all the time. And half the time she jumps down and then she spazzes. Oh, well. Is that Nikki Nikki? Hi, Nikki Nikki. I'd give you scritches, but I'm already worried enough with you on top of the box. I don't want to give you too much stimulation here. All right. She's pretty much just hardcore begging for a treat. Easy. Easy, girl. You're okay. All right. I'm going to go get her a treat before she has a total meltdown here. Bye-bye, Nikki. Bye-bye, nose. Bye-bye, nose. Yeah? I got you. I got you.
He's playing.
Yeah, he likes to play.
He likes to play with your. He likes to play with you.
Maddie, no. See, Mommy's being very gentle. All doggies still act like puppies. Yes. Yes.
Why did you make him stop playing?
Well, we don't want to do too much. He might get tired. Bless you.